Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movies from best to worst. Best, in my opinion, is Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Reckoning. This is when the series went to the next level. Stunts in general, the story from start to finish is entertaining, and Tom Cruise is, well, Tom Cruise. My next favorite is Fallout. This is one with Henry Cavill. Yes, because of this, we had the mustache, the famous mustache being removed, but we can forgive them because this movie was a way better than the Justice League movies. Fallout, awesome stuff, action, top to bottom. This is when a controversial decision needs to be made. My next favorite is Dead Reckoning. Yes, part one of the final two movies with Tom Cruise. I think this is a great action movie that had lots of stunts, and the story was pretty much moved pretty good. I loved it from start to finish. My next favorite is probably Rogue Nation. I was going to go with Final Reckoning, but I really thought Rogue Nation was good. I do believe that they could have done a little bit better job with kind of introducing the villains in this, but from pretty much standard Tom Cruise fare with Mission Impossible, action packed from start to finish, really good movie. My next favorite is Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. Yes, this is, as far as we know, the final Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie. And yeah, it probably was a little too long, but the final 30 minutes of the movie makes up with any issues this entire movie has, because it's has to be some of the craziest stunts Tom Cruise has ever done. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. And I think the next favorite would probably be the original Mission Impossible. I do believe that this really set the standard for all the other movies for the most part. Um, no one expected Brian De Palma to come out with an action movie, but he was able to pull it off in his own unique style. It has some of the greatest action sequences in the entire franchise. And because, like I said, it's the original, I put this above Mission Impossible 3. This was tough because I personally enjoyed Mission Impossible 3 more than the original, but I do believe the original beats out Mission Impossible 3 because it's the one that started everything. But Mission Impossible 3 is pretty much the one that set how the rest of the movies were going to be filmed after this. Mission Impossible 3 is the one that really set the standard as far as the action's concerned. And all the other ones after this pretty much followed, for the most part, the same formula as far as the action is concerned. So this one I do think is great. Then we got one more after this, and it's the one that I just gotta be sad about. Least favorite Mission Impossible movie is Mission Impossible 2. I don't even own the movie. It is atrocious from start to finish. It doesn't even feel like a Mission Impossible movie. I don't know what John Woo was doing. I don't know what Tom Cruise was thinking about not jumping in there and saying, like, yo, this is not a Mission Impossible movie, but it is easily my least favorite movie of the entire franchise, and really should be skipped completely when you're going through these movies.